Hey YouTube, it's Echobear, and today I want to review an app for you guys. It's called Cubie Adventures. Now before I get into talking about this, I'm recording videos! Megan!
Allie! Hey!
Heckin'! God damn it, y'all, I'm doing videos.
Love you! Love you!
I love you too. Let me talk to myself in peace. Hey YouTube, it's Echobear, and today I want to review an app for you guys. It's called Cubie Adventures. Now before I get into talking about this super fun app, let's get through some of the serious stuff. So Cubie Adventures is made by Unit 5, and the first version that I can find of it being released was on October 25th, 2016. And as far as genre goes, this is a fun combination of an infinite runner, a racing game, and a platforming game. So let's get to talking about it. So, Cubie Adventures is an interesting little game that has kind of ish plot, but you play as a little character. You go through this huge Super Mario World-esque map where you go through all these different stages that are different, and you have to make it through every single one of them and pass them correctly, trying to get 3 stars as you go until you get to the boss, and then you defeat the boss and move on to the next world, and so on and so on. So this game is just super fun in general. The design of it is really honestly interesting to me because it kind of takes what Super Mario Run wanted to do and turned it into a 3D kind of isometric view sort of thing. So the game starts, you just instantly run with youthful abandon, and you only real control is when to turn and to jump, and to also use the little boost pads that it gives you. So the game uses that to its advantage because as you use more boost pads and hit them perfectly, you gain speed and obstacles become harder to dodge, and you only have 3 hearts to make it through the whole level. It also throws at you a bunch of like really interesting like crossbacks and weird jumps and like quick travel events it makes you do, and it also has items. So through all of that, it makes for a ridiculously fun like just runner in general. But then it adds in the fact that it is like level based, and there's different things that you have to do to fight bosses. The bosses are different. You have to fight different enemies as you go around. You encounter different obstacles in each level. And also as you go through each world, the design and aesthetic changes, and it's actually not like the traditional format of like, oh, you're in the grassy land, oh, you're in the desert, oh, this, oh, that. Like, those are still there, but there's like more interesting ones that follow through with that. So another super fun bit about this, and probably why I'm slightly biased towards it, is because you get character unlocks, and one of the characters that you get is a bear. I'm biased, I know, but I love bears. So you unlock these different characters through finishing levels, gaining the in-game currency, and using the little gashapon machines to get little buddies that follow behind you, as well as characters to play as that have different bonuses to them. So this is what I love. It's when games don't just give you an aesthetic skin change for a character, it's actually like practical. It actually does something within the game, which is absolutely fantastic for a game like this. Some of them give you bonuses, some of them gives you more life, they give you chances to not get hit and stuff like that. It's super fun, especially when it comes into the PvP mode. You have a player versus player mode where you'll race against the ghosts of other players who have done the same race before you. If you come in first, you get a huge bonus and lower bonuses for the other places. And it's also awesome because it's like a ranked system as well, so you're ranked against other players in how fast you can finish these levels. So it's an awesome thing to use those character bonuses when you move into that PvP aspect of this game. There is also a challenge set of levels that comes within this game. And that's pretty much where you have essentially one chance to get all the way through a world without getting a game over, or you have to restart. which makes it insanely difficult, but the rewards you get from it are totally worth it because it's a huge chunk of change that you can use to get new pets or new cubies. Aesthetic-wise, this game is super fantastic, in all honesty. Like, I know I sometimes harp on like the little cube-shaped characters because everybody's just copying Crossy Road, but these are like cute enough and like just well designed enough that I'm willing to let it slide, because they're just very creative and fun and lifelike characters. It's not like they just use that style because it's semi easier to create just cube-ish looking things in one of these programs, but I digress there. I'm gonna get off topic if I go into that one. But they're very lifelike characters. They have like very unique expressions, they move differently, and they're all very creative with what they are. And another thing aesthetic-wise with this game, it's just the backgrounds are really beautiful, honestly. There's a lot of the levels where I remember just sitting there and being like, oh my gosh, this is really pretty actually. It's something that I would expect to see out of something on Steam for like an indie game or something like that. It's genuinely a very beautiful game to see, and it's really fun to run around in because it's just, I don't know, it's a very whimsical world and it's really fun to interact with. And another thing, a lot of times in these games I'll just turn off the sound and just kind of space them out and play them and not really give a lot of focus to the audio in the game. But with this game, I really did enjoy the music. It was really fun to rock out to as I played through it, and it's just a really fun extra little nudge that made this game really very fun. So, for everything this game has, I honestly have to give it a 10 out of 10. This game is absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend this game to anybody who likes infinite runners, platformers, or PvP games. It is fantastic for all three of those things. It is wildly addictive and just a ridiculous amount of fun. So if you guys do want to try it, look in the description down below where I will have the links to these games. Make sure to stick to the very end of this video to see more stuff that I've done. And I hope you guys all have a super wonderful day. Hopefully, because you go play this game and have a lot of fun. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!